Okay, children, moving ahead, as I told you in the last class, now that last class was the last day of doing the extra sums of chapter 1. Now we have done the first 4 chapters and chapter 13 till 13.4. Now the next chapter in sequence is chapter 5, and as I had told you in the last class, chapter 5 in last year half the schools had done it, half the schools had not done it. Chapter 5 has basically one exercise, so I am not doing it right now. It is a totally theoretical chapter, and if it is being done by the schools, then I will do chapter 5. Otherwise, I will not do chapter 5. Okay. So the next chapter in sequence is chapter 6 now, which is basically lines and angles. So we will be doing that. Right now, my main criteria of choosing what chapter to start is very simple, and it is that what chapters will be coming in your first term exam. The exams which will typically be held after 2 to 3 months depending on your school, which are for either 80 marks or 100 marks. And in the first term, the chapters which are coming or which always come generally, and right now I am doing those chapters. Okay. And of course, one thing I have told you already, in case a chapter which we have not done in the class and its exam is coming, so you have to tell me about a week or 10 days in advance. You can call me or message me, and then I will just clear your doubts, basically take care of everything regarding that chapter. Anyway, now chapter 5 we are not doing, but one thing, one small point I want to explain, which is there in chapter 5, which we will be using in chapter 6, 7, 8 and all quite a few other chapters. The statement is, things equal to the same thing are equal to one another. What does this mean basically? Suppose Ram is one person, he has some money, and Avinash is one person. And suppose both of them have the same money, okay? In their wallet they have the same money, okay? Avinash and Ram. Now there is one more friend, suppose Piyush, okay? Now Piyush also has the same money as Ram. Okay, here also has the same amount of money. Suppose he has 50, so Avinash has also 50, Ram has 50, so then Piyush also has 50 rupees. From this you can calculate that Avinash and Piyush also have the same amount of money. Okay? Things equal to the same thing are also equal to one another. Okay? This is one property which is statement is sometimes used in this chapter, in chapter 6, sometimes in chapter 7, and this property is basically explained in chapter 5, that things equal to the same thing are also equal to one another. Okay. Okay. Now moving ahead. Now first of all, I want you to open page 9090 on your textbook. These things you may already be knowing from class 8. First is an acute angle. An acute angle is an angle which lies between 0 and 90 degrees. Okay, so that is an acute angle. Obtuse angle lies between 90 to 180. Okay, it will lie between 90 to 180. That this type of angle is known as obtuse angle. If there is a straight line, then this angle is known as 180 degree. Okay, or supplementary also we write sometimes. If sum of two angles is 180 degree, then we also say they are supplementary. This angle is 90 degree. Okay, whenever a square is written, then that means it is a right angle or 90 degree. Sometimes it will also they say line AB is perpendicular, say to line PQ. This means perpendicular. Okay, suppose this is a line PQ and your line AB is there. So AB is basically perpendicular to PQ. This means perpendicular. Sometimes children get confused what does this symbol mean. Sometimes it is write this like this also. Okay, CAR or perpendicular like that. Okay. Apart from these angles, there is one more type of angle which is known as a reflex angle. Okay. Reflex angle lies between 180 to 360. It will lie between 360 to 180. Suppose this angle is 30 degree PQR. Now in a circle, the whole circle, this angle is 360 degree. ऊपर 180, नीचे 180, so the total is 360 degree. Okay. So if this is 30 degree and they ask you find reflex of angle PQR. Reflex of angle PQR, so the remaining angle. So the reflex of angle PQR will be 330. And how did we calculate 330? 360 minus जो PQR था 30 था, and we got this as 330. So there is a trick. Whenever they ask you to find a reflex angle of anything, first find whatever that angle was, and then just subtract 360. Okay. So suppose a sum comes. Say this is T, P, S, T, and this is L. Suppose this angle is 40, it is given. Now if I ask you what is reflex of PST, so 360 minus 40, the answer will be 320. Okay? So just remember this whenever they ask you a sum regarding reflex angle. Now one more thing I want to tell you now. Suppose this is an angle A, B, C, D. So the name of this angle is ABD. Okay, ABD. And name of this angle is angle DBC. We can also call it DBA. The other name of this angle can be DBA, and the other name of this angle can also be CBD. Okay, so both will mean the same. And angles which are together like this, they are known as adjacent angles. Okay, they are adjacent angles. If it was given DB is the bisector of angle ABC. Okay, if DB, it was given in the question, DB is the bisector of angle ABC, and suppose angle ABC is 60, then this would have been 30 and this would also have been 30. If it was given. Okay, if it is not given, then so we will see how the sum goes. Another thing is a linear pair of angles. Basically these two angles, so angle ABC plus angle plus angle ABD, this is 180. Okay, this is 180. If one of the angles is not given, suppose this is 30 and they ask you what is ABC. So ABC plus 30 is equal to 180, and then you would have gotten to be 150. And here whenever you write this statement, you must write the reason. You can write LP or linear pair. Okay, writing a reason is compulsory in these sums. Okay, in the bracket we write the reason. Now sometimes this question is asked in another way also. They will tell you ratio of angle ABC is to angle ABD is say 3:5, and find both the angles. So all you have to do, angle ABC plus angle ABD is equal to 180. So, and now instead of ABC you will write 3x, instead of ABD you will write 5x is equal to 180. 8x is equal to 180. Now you will get the value of x, and whatever value of x you get, for ABC you will multiply by 3 and that will be the answer, and for ABD you will multiply by 5 and you will get the answer. Okay? And when this type of question comes, you have to do this step. Okay? Now in this chapter you will have theorems. Okay? Theorems, a few theorems we have to write the proof also. The proof, for example, wherever that black square is there, those theorems you are expected to know and learn, and their proofs also you are expected to know, and they may be asked in the exams. For example, the theorem right now which I am talking about is on page 94, theorem 6.1, and it says if two lines intersect each other, then the vertically opposite angles are equal. Basically what it is saying is, suppose these two lines are intersecting each other. Okay. So vertically opposite any this and this. Any angle 1 is equal to angle 2, and similarly angle 3 is equal to angle 4. Okay. So that is what you have to prove, and it is very easy to prove. If we see, angle 1 plus angle 4. What is angle 1 plus angle 4? This is a straight line. So it is a linear pair. So 180. And the reason what you will write? Linear pair. Okay. Similarly, angle 1 plus angle 3. If you see angle 1 plus angle 3, what will it be? Again it is a straight line, so it will be 180. And as I discussed in chapter 5, that one thing, things equal to the same thing. This is also 180, this is also 180. So these two are equal to each other. So you can write angle 1 plus angle 4 is equal to angle 1 plus angle 3. And what you can cut then? Angle 1, angle 1. Therefore, angle 4 is equal to angle 3. We have proved. Okay. And by chance proof of angle 1 and angle 2 is exactly same. So for that you can write similarly angle 1 equal to angle 2. Okay. Now three things. First of all, when you see the proof in the textbook, it is also the same thing which is written. But in textbook, he has written in terms of angles. He has named the angles. We will just go through it also once. He has named the angles and written the proof. I have written for you in terms of, I have named the angles as 1, 2, 3, 4 so that it is easier for you to understand. If you are using this method, then all the schools insist that when you make the figure, you just name it, you write it like this, angle 1, 2, 3, 4, and here you just write it like this. What I mean to say is, angle POA you are writing as 1, so write it as 1. Angle AOQ I am writing as 3, so you write it and you just, whatever your the name of the angle you just write, and then you can use it this method. Okay. Now we will just go through the proof for the textbook also. If you see on page 94, proof, in the statement above it is given that two lines intersect each other. So let AB and CD be the two intersecting lines on point O. And now they will prove angle AOC and angle BOD to be equal, or angle AOD and BOC. So first step, therefore it is he is writing angle AOC plus angle AOD is equal to 180, and in the bracket where it is written linear pair axiom, or because they are linear pairs. Similarly, angle AOD plus angle BOD, he has written yes, y, and there also you can write the same reason, linear pair. And because things equal to the same thing are equal to one another, so now he has written angle AOC plus angle AOD is equal to angle AOD plus angle BOD, and now AOD he can sort of cut, so angle AOC is equal to angle BOD. Similarly, it can be proved angle AOD is equal to angle BOC. Okay, so now couple of things. Number one, whenever we are writing this, it is compulsory to write before you, this is the proof basically. But before that, you have to write what is given. What is given, and then to prove, and then you start with the proof. Okay, and of course the figure on top. So first thing you will write the statement, theorem 6.1, the statement. Then you will write what is given. So what is given? AB and CD are two lines intersecting at point O. Okay. So that is given. Here my naming is of course PQ and AB. So whatever naming you have done, accordingly you have to write, that is given. Now to prove, you have to write we need to prove. So there you will write to prove, and you will name the angles. Whatever your angles are, you will name the angles. And after that the proof will start. Okay. After that the proof will start. Proof you can write it in this form also, or you can just see the textbook also, that also you can write. So you have to write सबसे पहले given, to prove, and proof, and in proof you will write like this. Okay, you got it? Okay, so this is theorem 6.1, and this theorem and this proof you are expected to know. Okay, why? Because this black box is marked, so you are expected to know this proof. Anyway, now we will just see this question. Question is, line PQ and RS intersect each other at point O. If angle POR is to ROQ 5:7, angle POR and angle ROQ, ये दोनों angles, इनका ratio आपको दिया है 5:7. Find all the angles. Okay. So basically, if I find POR, then whatever is POR is angle SOR, because they are vertically opposite angles. Similarly, if I can find ROQ, whatever is ROQ, the same angle is angle POS, and the reason is they are vertically opposite angle, and this ratio they have given, it is 5:7. The first step, you know what to do. 5x plus 7x is equal to 180, and in the bracket you will write linear pair. Then you solve it, get the value of x. Okay, suppose x comes, and whatever you get, and once you get the value of x, you will multiply that value by 5, and then you will get angle POR. Okay, similarly then you will get angle ROQ, and you will multiply what for a POR you will multiply 5 into x, whatever the value of x. For ROQ 7 into x, and whatever the value of x. And after that, the last step you will write angle POR is equal to angle SOR, and जो भी value है, and यहाँ पे vertically opposite angles, that V dot O dot A you have to write. Okay, you can write it in the full form also, or you can write it vertically opposite angles. Okay, so this one sum I am giving you as homework, and one theorem whose proof you have to write in the form of given to prove and then proof. Now exercise 6.1, I will discuss first two questions, okay, and then you will try to do them. First question, figure 6.13 is there on page 96. AB and CD intersect at point O if angle AOC plus angle BOE is equal to 70 degree and angle BOD is 40 degree. Find angle BOE and reflex of angle COE. Now here he has asked you to find one is angle BOE and one is angle reflex COE, that he has asked you to find. This one I will, and reflex angle COE I will just help you a bit, and the other one I want you to figure out on your own. Now first thing, if you see angle AOC plus angle COE plus angle BOE, in तीनों angles का sum कितना है? If you see these three angles, they are on a straight line, so in तीनों angle का sum कितना है? 180, and the reason you will write angles on a straight line. Okay, angles line on a straight line. Okay, this is not linear pair. In linear pair there are only two angles. Okay, here there are three angles, but again it is a straight line, so in तीनों का sum कितना होगा? 180. Now if you see in the question, AOC plus BOE is given. AOC or BOE का value he has given. क्या value? That value is 70. So instead of these two, what you can write? 70. And once you get that value, you can calculate what? COE. COE value you will get. Once you get COE, as I told you before, how you have to get? You have to get the reflex. Whatever value you get, 360 minus that value, and you will get angle COE. Okay. So this one part I have done almost for you. The second part, angle BOE, just try to figure it out. And last question, question number 2, figure 6.14. XY and MN intersect at point O. An angle POI A is given to you to be 90 degree. A is to B is 2:3. Find angle C. This sum is very simple, because if you see, if angle POY is 90 degree, what will be angle POX? If you see angle POX plus POY, it is 180, because they are on a straight line. So therefore angle POX you will get to be 90. And once you have angle POX is made of which two angles? A and B. So, and then angle A is to B ratio he has given 2:3. So 2x plus 3x is equal to 90, and then you can get the value of angle B. And once you have angle B, if you see in the figure, angle MOX plus angle XON. If you see the figure, angle MOX plus angle XON, they are on a straight line. So 180 degree, and the reason is linear pair. And then B is to C ratio we do not have, but we have angle B. Angle B you would have had, and therefore angle B plus angle C is equal to 180, and then B value you substitute, then you will get the value of C. Okay. So exercise 6.1, question 1 and question 2. This one example and this one theorem. Okay, this much you have to finish. Okay, cheers.